Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing Songkran. And in my mind, one of the reasons I fell in love with Bangkok was because the first time I drove into New Orleans, sort of drove over the Pontchartrain into the city, and I don't know, the sun was rising and it just had an amazing look to me. The only other time I ever got that same feeling from another city was when I was driving in from the airport the first time from Bangkok. I just knew this was the city for me. There was just something about it. It reminded me so much of New Orleans. There was just something about it. And the other day I was reading some articles about Songkran. And I got to thinking, one of the reasons I love Thailand is it kind of does remind me of New Orleans, Louisiana. My brother went to school in that place, and I went down there a lot during sort of my formative college years. I really took to that city, and Bangkok has always reminded me of that. I've obviously have taken to Bangkok much more, but Songkran has always kind of been to me the Thai version of Mardi Gras. Now, they're not exactly the same thing, but just the atmosphere of it and everything, it kind of reminds me of the same, a little bit. And I thought of making this video after reading some recent articles, one of which was from the Bangkok Post, bangkokpost.com. Article is titled, "Celebrations Mark Global Recognition of Songkran." Quoting directly, "Activities will be held on Thursday to celebrate the Songkran Festival being listed as an intangible cultural heritage item by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO." Quoting further, "Songkran is a time-honored tradition passed down from generation to generation, which reflects the values of gratitude which Thai people show toward their ancestors and embodies the spirit of unity." And that is exactly the truth. That there are rituals and things that are undertaken around Songkran. Families sort of get together. Reminds me a little bit of Chuseok up in Korea. It's kind of, they call that Korean New Year sort of. And people get together and they do things with their family and things. And then on top of it, it's quite a nice little party too. Anybody that's ever been to Bangkok during Songkran, it's wild. It's something you won't really see every day. The only analog I've ever found to it in an American context is truly Mardi Gras, where you just see these throngs of people in the streets just having a good time, partying down, and it's fun. It's great. I also thought of making this video after reading another article from The Nation, that's nationthailand.com. Article is titled, "Songkran to be celebrated for entire April next year under soft power plan." Now, this article, I have had my critiques recently with the incoming government, whatever, but, credit where credit is due, and when there's a good idea, it's good that, to give credit where credit's due. Quoting directly, "The government's National Soft Power Strategy Committee plans to hold month-long Songkran Festival celebrations next year in April, instead of the traditional 3 days, in a bid to entrench Thailand's standing among the top 10 global destinations for festivals." Good idea. Great idea. Encouraging tourism. Songkran should become sort of the fixture, if you will, the cornerstone, if you will, of sort of Thai cultural tourism and encouraging Thai cultural tourism. I think this is a great idea. Quoting further, "Songkran, the Thai traditional New Year, falls on April 13th, which is also National Elderly Day. 2 more holidays were later added on April 14th and 15th as National Family Day and Thai New Year Day, respectively, to allow Thais more time to celebrate reunion with their families." Quoting further, Phua Thai leader Pek Tong Tan Shinawat, who chairs the committee, announced the plan on Friday on her Facebook page. She said that the soft power plan for next year has started with 12 subcommittees across 11 industries proposing budgets to boost the creative economy. Again, good idea. I think this is a great idea. If we can turn, Songkran is already an event here in Thailand. Anybody that's ever been to Thailand knows what Songkran's all about. But if we can, whatever we can do to kind of push or solidify Songkran as being an international event that attracts people in much the same way as Carnival or Mardi Gras does. I'm used to Mardi Gras in sort of a North American context, or maybe something even akin to spring break a little bit, maybe in an Asian context. For those who are unaware, in America, we have like a week off during the spring. Everybody goes down to places like Florida or Padre Island in America, and it has a big spring break celebration. Again, if that could be built into this, I think that that is a great idea. The notion of, you know, this whole soft power notion and kind of Thailand gaining some stature in an international context through promotion of this festival. I think that's a great plan. I hope that is implemented. I would like to see a massive tourism influx as a result of that, and we will certainly keep you updated on this channel as that situation evolves.